there's nothing wrong with a little bit of humility and introspection. Baka naman, maunawaan ninyo na ang frustration na nararamdaman namin, that kami, malinis ang hangarin namin, we're just going about our duties as congressmen and congresswomen, and we have always viewed them as partners, and all of a sudden, magkakaroon ng Senate inquiry. Okay, karapatan niyo yan. Pero yung ganon, bababuyan ng aming leader. Sino ba ang kami hindi magre-react? Sinabi nga rin yata nila na kung gawin sa kanila presidente, yun, ganon din ang kanilang reaction. Tapos, we engage in character assassination. Tapos, meron pang language unbecoming of senators. This is not the way we should do things. A little bit of empathy. Place yourselves in our situation. At hindi lang yan. During our all-members caucus, maraming frustrations ang nailabas namin. Alam niyo ba yung feeling na magtatrabaho ka, gagawa ka ng isang legislative measure, isang panukalang batas, you do your research, you take the time to craft and draft the bill, and then you go through the deliberations, papakinggan mo lahat with a sense of urgency because kami kasi, we work directly with our constituents at nararamdaman namin, alam mo yung frustration na alam mo na yung solusyon, and yet, syempre, we respect the process. But, knowing that, merong urgency, we work double time, and we take it seriously. Hindi po pwede yung sit on a bill and let it languish just because. Just because. And we try to ask ourselves, bakit nangyayari yun? Ilan ang mga panukalang batas ang naipasa na namin sa Senado na hindi pa na-actionan? At nagtatanong kami. O ito na lang, RBH 6. We did our part. Nagbitaw kayo ng salita before Holy Week. Now, gusto nyo October? Ba't di lang tayo magtapatan? Are you determined or are you not? We're not dictating on you. But ang aming pananawagan is that we know you are capable. We know you are also determined because this is what you say. So why don't we walk the talk? If there's a will, there's a way. Yung frustration, yung mga bills na ganyan. Tapos, tao lang naman kami mga kongresista. We look back at the times when we took part in your respective campaigns. Nung nag-effort kami mag-organize ng mga political rallies, nakikisabay kayo sa amin. We celebrated your victories. In fact, marami akong narinig ng mga kongresista. Ito nga, nangako sa akin ng itong project, nangako sa akin ng itong programa para sa aking constitution. Lahat ginagawa namin para makisama. Tapos napapako namin ang mga pangako. And you tell us that we cannot feel intensely about things. Kaya yung wording na yan, take it as it is. The resolution is what it is. It is a sincere expression of how we feel in the House of Representatives. And I do not feel that we should be judged because of the way we feel. Sana, take some time para i-analyze nyo saan kami nang gagaling. Anong hinuhugot namin. Yun lang naman yun eh. You know what? What's my next? Ako, talaga dito sa House of Representatives, natutuwa nga ang speaker eh. Kasi, you know, he wants to take the higher moral ground. In fact, sabi niya sa amin, I don't want you to engage in a word war because we have to work for the sake of our country. This situation is really uncomfortable is an understatement. It's weird, honestly speaking. Sa kalma nakakita ng upper house, lower house, nagbabangayan. It all boils down to one thing eh. There is a need to amend the Constitution. The economic provisions in particular. Nagkais na tayo in our declaration of intent. So why don't we walk the talk? Yun lang naman. Now, you may choose to sit on it because you have the power to do it. Then you can prove your power by sitting on it because it's the process. But the question is not whether you are capable of doing it. The question is it the right thing to do? So I invite our dear senators, and I appeal to their more noble sense of patriotism to seriously consider our resolution of both houses number 6 and start the ball rolling once and for all. They've shown it in the past with other more complicated legislative measures. Why can't they do it now? Nagkataon lang ba na mayroong bangayan na gaganap? At matatapos din itong bangayan na ito eh. People will forget about what we say or what we did. Pero mag-ingat tayo sa pagtrato sa isa't isa because it's difficult to forget how you make us feel. And when you make us feel like we're inferiors and not co-equal, you may say that we are co-equals, but by your actions and pronouncements, parang nabebetray ang sinasabi ninyo. Mawala ng lahat, huwag lang yung pakiramdam, di po ba? Eh, matatalino naman po tayong lahat. At you know what? Sabi nga namin eh, huwag na tayo lakad, tapatan na lang po tayo. Kami, klaro, sa lower house, we want constitutional amendments, particularly the economic provisions. Sabi nyo, ganun din kayo. Hindi sana patunayan nyo naman ng taong bayan. Isang tanong na natin itong ating pangayan. Diyos ko, napakabawaw lang na ito. Although sana, unawain nyo rin kung saan kami nagagalit. Because we're just being sincere here. And we don't mean anything. We don't mean anything bad. And we don't want this situation to last a long time. Gusto namin magkaayos na tayo para mag-focus na tayo sa aming mga. Thank you.
What is your backup plan po in case talagang hindi nila mapanindigan yung first quarter timeline ng RBH? I guess si Majok po. What is your backup plan in case hindi nila mapanindigan yung first quarter?
Masasabihin ko na sa inyo anong mangyayari. In each administration, yung taon ko yung isang administrasyon. Everyone will agree with me in the House of Representatives and even outside na in the second half of any administration, any proposal to amend the Constitution or to update it, wala na po yan. We have seen it all throughout the different administrations. That's why we are in that sense of urgency. Siguro nga, minsan nag-iisip ako, ba't pa tayo gusto parating mabilis magtrabaho? Siguro, you know, in comparison to our friends there, they have the luxury of time because they have 12 years. They have 6 years, kami 3 years lang. We have to do the output because the people of the Republic of the Philippines will judge us every 3 years. So kailangan may output. We have to help our people. And in this case, the economic provisions that will help our country. Eh wala kami. We don't have the luxury of time. We have to act fast. We have to hold meetings diligently. We have to work double time to come up with that legislation. Kasi 3 years for every term. Ang bawat member ng House of Representatives. Eh sa kanila, 12 years. Ang haba-haba, siguro pwede pa sila matulong. Di ba? Eh, kailangan namin matulong tao kasi husgan kami. Ano bang naipasan yung batas? You will be up for election again and the people will ask us about our output. So hindi kami pwede patulog-tulog dyan. Kailangan kami magtrabaho double time. That's why as I said, the House of Representatives always acts with a sense of urgency. Now, talking about backup plan. Kaya po, anong backup plan na naman eh? You know, for 37 years, hindi matuloy-tuloy because, let's face it, ito na nga nangyayari. Everybody sees that all proposals to update the 1987 Constitution namamatay po sa Senate. Ganun po. Honest na lang tayo. Although, maski ano-ano nang sinasabi nila sa House, ganun po yung feeling na eh. Whether we pass whether we transmit to the Senate Constituent Assembly, whether we transmit to the Senate Constitutional Convention, namamatay po sa Senate. Yun yung feeling eh. All proposals die there in the Senate. It gets buried there. And here comes another administration again with another proposal. Ano mangyayari? Sasabihin na naman ng may ibang peso, wala yan. Yan lahat ng proposal nyo, mamamatayan dun sa Senado. So, right now, today, we're very happy that at least napag-usapan, napagdebatean. In fact, this is my challenge now to all senators. Why don't you, 24, come out in the open? Sino ba yung pabor to amend the Constitution, to update the 37-year-old Constitution? Sino yung mga kontra? Para by 2025, this is my challenge to the senators. Come out in the open, wag po tayo magtago. Sabihin natin sa buong Pilipinas, sino yung mga senador pabor to amend, to update the 37-year-old Constitution, at sino yung mga kontra. And the people of the Philippines will decide whom to put in the Senate. Let's come out. Let us not hide, in veils and say all these words na lumalabas para nag-aaway. Open card tayo sa taong bayan. Open cards tayo. Let's put our proposals transparent to the Filipino people. I strongly urge the senators, come out in the open. Sino yung mga kontra to amend the 37-year-old Constitution? Come out, state your position. Sino yung mga pabor to amend the economic provision? Come out in the open and state your position. Right there, siguro para mas klaro, mas maliwanag sa ating mga taong bayan, sino yung pabor to amend the economic provision, sino yung mga kontra.
Kapatan ko.
Kung ako, last 2 minutes kasi, October, filing na yun, di ba? Kung ako coach, nakikita ko na yung play, naka-full court press sila, tatawag ako time out, nag-regroup ako. Yun ang pwedeng sabihin din.
At pangalawa, yung RH number 6. Hindi ito madali na ginawa. Nagkaroon kami ng mga provincial consultation dito. Nagkaroon kami ng city consultation. Halos umiikot kami sa iba-ibang lugar, iba-ibang province. Hindi ito basta-basta ginawa dito lamang sa loob ng Kongreso, kundi sa labas. Kaya tama po yung sasabi ni aming majority. Sino ba sa 24 senador na yan ang ayaw? Sino ba sa 24 senador na yan ang may gusto? Pangalawa, masakit po as a party list member dahil yung sinasabi nila na party list lang kayo, district congressman lang kayo. Napakasakit po nun. Una-una, yung nagsasalita nun, saan ba sila nang galing? Di ba naging congressman din siya? Naging party list din siya? At kami lahat binoboto ng tao. Even kami po ay representante ng party list. Nationwide din po ang bumoboto sa amin. Pangalawa, tama po yung sinasabi ni ma'am, ni Congresswoman. Hindi ba nung kayo'y tumatakbong senador, lumalapit kayo sa mga district congressman, lumalapit kayo sa mga party list members para humingi ng tulong na iboto kayo at ilakad sa aming mga distrito o sa mga party list members organization namin. Ngayon sasabihin ninyo, party list lang kayo, congressman lang kayo. Masakit po sa amin yun. At pangalawa, pupuntiin ko na ang sinabi ng isang senador, si Senator Joel Villanueva, my fraternal brother. Masakit po yung sinasabi nyo. Unang-una, ano ang sinasabi ninyo? Nagkakatraffic sa Forbes Park. Para saan? Dahil yung aming mga chief of staff kumukuha ng form sa People's Initiative. Hindi po totoo yun. Even my chief of staff, hindi ko inutusan na pumunta ng Forbes Park. Kaya sana tapusin na natin ito. Iyan po ang hamon ng Kongreso. Sino ba sa 24 senador na yan ang pabor at hindi? At pangalawa, Mag-i-eleksyon na naman. Hindi ba kayo hingi ng tulong?
Big Sumintap of the 25.
Sir, just a follow-up and clarification regarding House Resolution